Deep in the Arctic Ocean, on an island closer to the North Pole than to the nearest city, there is a door buried in a frozen mountain. It does not look like much from the outside. A concrete wedge jutting from the snow, a cluster of steel pipes, a single light glowing blue-green in the dark. No guards, no fence, just silence and ice and wind that will cut through you in seconds. But behind that door is something that has never existed before in human history. And in 2017, something went wrong inside it that nobody saw coming. The island is Spitsbergen, the largest island in Norway's Svalbard archipelago, about 1,300 kilometers from the North Pole. The structure is called the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. Its Norwegian name is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, and its one and only job, is to save the world. Not in a movie way. In a real, terrifying, this could actually happen way. Here is what most people never stop to think about. Every single crop that feeds the human race, every variety of wheat, rice, maize, potato, bean, every regional grain that has kept a village alive for generations, all of it exists in physical form in seeds. Seeds that can rot. Seeds that can be destroyed in a flood or a fire or a war, a simple power outage at a storage facility. When a seed variety disappears, it is gone. Not rare, not endangered. Gone. You cannot recreate it. You cannot reverse engineer a 10,000-year-old crop variety from memory. It vanishes from the earth forever. That is not a hypothetical. It has already happened. Gene banks, the scientific storage facilities around the world that preserve seed collections, are vulnerable every single day. Funding gets cut. Equipment fails. Wars erase entire institutions. In 2003, the Iraqi gene bank in Abu Ghraib was destroyed in the invasion. Afghanistan's collection was lost twice, in 1992 and again in 2002. These were not just seeds. They were irreplaceable agricultural history, gone. So Norway decided to build a backup. The Norwegian government funded construction entirely, spending approximately 45 million Norwegian kroner, about 8.8 million US dollars in 2008. They chose Spitsbergen deliberately. The island sits above the permafrost line, meaning the ground itself is naturally frozen year-round. The vault was carved directly into the sandstone rock of the Platåberget mountain. If every refrigeration system on Earth failed tomorrow, the mountain's own cold would keep seeds viable for decades. The design was meant to survive flooding, earthquakes, and even a nuclear strike nearby. Storing seeds there is free, completely free, for any country or gene bank in the world. The vault is managed jointly by the Norwegian government, the Crop Trust, and the Nordic Genetic Resource Center, known as Norwegian. As of June 2025, the vault holds 1,355,591 seed accessions. That number represents more than 13,000 years of human agricultural history. 13,000 years. Think about that. Civilizations rose and fell. Languages died. Empires burned. And through all of it, farmers saved seeds, handed them forward, kept them alive. All of that concentrated inside a frozen Norwegian mountain. But here is where the story shifts. Because in October 2017, something happened that was never supposed to happen. Meltwater entered the vault's access tunnel. Staff arrived to find water had flooded the entryway and then refrozen into a sheet of ice. It had not reached the seed chambers, not that time. But the fact that it happened at all sent a cold shock through the scientific community, and through anyone paying attention. The vault had been designed with the assumption that Svalbard's permafrost would stay frozen. But the Arctic is warming faster than almost anywhere else on Earth, roughly 3 to 4 times the global average rate according to Arctic Council monitoring reports. The permafrost that the vault was built to rely on is thawing. Now, the Norwegian government responded quickly. Jørgen Watne Friednes of the Crop Trust confirmed in press statements that the seeds themselves were never in danger in 2017. Workers pumped out the water, and Norway moved to invest in a series of upgrades, including waterproofing the tunnel walls and installing additional drainage pumps. Those upgrades were real. The response was serious. But the underlying question did not go away. The vault was engineered for a world that no longer exists climatically. The original designers at the Norwegian Directorate of Public Construction and Property, the Statsbygg agency that oversaw construction, chose this location partly because worst-case sea level rise projections still put the vault entrance 130 meters above sea level. That math still holds. The building is not about to flood from rising oceans. But the permafrost stability, the invisible foundation that the whole cold storage strategy depends on, that is no longer guaranteed in the same way it was in 2008. Scientists who study Arctic permafrost, including researchers at the Norwegian Meteorological Institute, have documented continued warming trends in Svalbard across the years since the vault opened. The 2017 water intrusion was likely caused by unusually warm temperatures that thawed the upper layer of ground near the tunnel entrance and sent meltwater running in. Whether that becomes a pattern, whether the upgrades are enough long-term, and whether the vault will remain as passively stable as its designers intended, those questions do not have settled answers yet. The honest truth is that the situation is being watched carefully, and the science is ongoing. What we do know is this: there's a door in a frozen mountain at the top of the world. Behind it sit more than 1 million seed varieties, the genetic memory of 13,000 years of human survival. The world's governments trust it with the future of the food supply. And the mountain it was carved into is slowly, measurably warming. Some doors, once you know they exist, you cannot stop thinking about. If this kind of story pulls at something in you, hit like and subscribe, because this channel goes to the places the rest of the world looks away from.